Nivedita is here by taking a new video on a topic, very interesting topic, Human Genome Project. Okay, first we'll begin with what is this project and what was the need of this project. Means what led to the Human Genome Project. Okay, so we will know what it is, what are the goals of this, what are the objectives, and more topics will be covered in the next video. So we will begin with why HGP, Human Genome Project. Why? What led to it? So it's very common to know that genetic makeup of an organism or an individual lies in their DNA sequences. Means DNA is the blueprint in earlier classes as well. It is given. Okay, you have gone through all the, it is like a DNA is like a chip. Okay, blueprint is there. So if two individuals they differ, then definitely their DNA should be different. May not be 100% different, but at least at some places it should be different. So this assumptions led to the quest of finding out the complete DNA sequence of human genome. Means I hope you understood ki what led to. Means the main purpose was to find out the complete DNA sequence of human genome. So this was the question. Now I'll begin with what type of project it was. So this was a project of 13 years and that was launched in the year 1990 and it is completed in 2003. Means it was a 13 years project. And this project was coordinated by the US Department of Energy and the National Institute of Health. And its aim was to find out, as I told you in the beginning, its aim was to find out complete DNA sequence of the human genome. This is the thing we have to just means we need to hold in this topic. Okay, and there were two factors that made this possible. Okay, what helped? First one, genetic engineering technique. Okay, because of that it was possible to isolate and clone any segment of DNA. Means easily the segment of DNA can be isolated and further it can be cloned into many copies for the purpose of study. So this was a very important technology which helped and which made this project possible. And second thing was availability of simple and fast techniques. The techniques were very simple and that was very fast also to get the result. Okay, means what kind of result to determine the DNA sequences. So these were the two things. One was development of genetic engineering and second is availability of simple and fast techniques. So these two things were there which made this project possible. So why do the question arise, why do HGP called as a mega project? Why mega? Because human genome has approximately 3.3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs. And if the cost of sequencing is $3 per base pair, then you can calculate its cost. Approximate cost will be about $9 billion. Okay, so it was a mega project, and if the sequences obtained were to be stored in typed form in books, means we are writing all the sequences in the books, and we can just consider if each page contained 1000 letters and each book contains 1,000 pages. Okay, if we assume, then 3,300 such books would be needed to store the complete information. And this enormous quantity of data, it required the use of speed computational devices for the storage of data. So such a mega project it was, and this project was closely associated with a new branch of biology, and that is called as the bioinformatics. Okay, you will know more about this HGP. Now, what was the goals of HGP? The important goals for the HGP are: first, in the beginning as well, in the middle as well, I explained the major goal was to identify all the genes in humans, and humans means human DNA. Okay, this is to identify all the genes in human DNA. Okay, the next one, to determine the sequences of all the base pairs, and thirdly, store this information in databases. Next, which has helped the this project to be very successful, that was improve the tools for data analysis. Means so many technologies were developed during this period, and this was the goal, that to develop the technique and transfer the technologies to other sectors like the agriculture and the industries as well. Okay, so this was also the goal, and to address the ethical, legal, and social issues that may arise from this project. Okay, so these were the